Welcome back to the Corner Perspective. Hi, I'm Bruce Spangler, CEO of the Volunteer Ministry Center. Located at the corner of Broadway and Fifth Avenue, the Volunteer Ministry Center is committed to ending and preventing homelessness in our community. This is a special episode of the Corner Perspective. I am honored, I am delighted, I'm excited to have you, Erin, with us, and I'm going to introduce you as Erin Gruwell. Is that okay? Well, we're in the South. I almost started to say Gruwell.
Well, I do pronounce it Gruwell, but I respond to anything.
Okay, well, wonderful. Thank you for coming to Knoxville to be our speaker for our Carry the Torch. And I think that one of the things that just really kind of touched me in your book and your movie as well is the way in which you found a way to inspire.
Thank
and can you talk about what's the roots of that? What is the root of your of that direction, if I may?
Well, I think as a teacher, what I desperately needed to do is to create a safe space, which is very similar to what's happening here. Is how do you take people who are wounded, who need to be healed and need to feel whole, and do so in a non-judgmental way. I had young people who were 14 who were homeless, and they didn't want that to define them. They didn't want that stereotype to stay with them throughout their high school career. So I love what you're doing here because it's about dignity, it's about redefining, it's about giving names and faces to the individuals who live in this community. And so I feel there's a great solidarity between what I tried to do in my classroom and what you are doing in this community.
Yes. Well, the kind of spirit of community that the Freedom Riders has created, in some ways we have a similar, that anybody that crosses our threshold we actually refer to as our neighbor. Now you'll hear our clinical staff refer to a client, but anybody, including you, you're our neighbor. And we're very intentional, we're very purposeful about that because we want to create a sense, as you said, a safe place, but also a place of welcome, a place of hospitality. And when you create that environment, then things can happen.
I agree. You know, it's ironic. For the Freedom Riders, family became what we made, and family became what we chose. And so we use that term of neighbor or family, which you traditionally wouldn't have in a classroom. Usually kids come and go, and bells and whistles happen. But I think my students needed a sense of permanency, and they needed a place to belong. And I love on our way here today that you were able to show me your community, and even the folks that were displaced, you had a story for them. And it was a very compassionate way of explaining it, and empathy. And oftentimes we don't see those people. We don't embrace those neighbors. So just the fact that you know the names and the story and are providing a place for them to go for nutrients and shelter and for sanity and safety is so noble.
Yes. Well, thank you for your compliments about the work of the Volunteer Ministry Center. Well, thank you for joining me on this episode of The Corner Perspective, and I hope that you'll join me the next time.